That was all good content. Just kidding.
All right, it's recording. You guys heard a little robot voice?
Mm-hmm.
My little robot assistant.
I don't consent to this.
You better put that dick away now. All right. Well, shit, man. Well, welcome, guys. It's been, what, 7 days since? No.
6?
About 6 days? 6 days since I've seen you guys last. Welcome. We were all just at Dreamstate Harbor, the new one, which was at the port of Los Angeles. It's the port of Los Angeles, right?
So
it's the port of LA.
It's Hydra, but technically the port of like Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Yeah. Fucking. I thought that it wasn't just gonna be like a hop and a skip in the Uber, but it was not. It was a good 40 minutes to get over there. But yeah, so we were all just over there, and I guess for those who don't know, Dreamstate is a trance festival hosted by Insomniac, which is what we're here to talk about today, and our experiences for the first Dreamstate Harbor. So today we have a new guest, Senior Ray.
Hey guys.
And Senior Jonathan.
What up?
We have 2 new guests, my bad.
Yeah.
And oh shit, Mark is new too.
I get to be new too, right? I was like, wait, did I ever show up? I don't think so.
No.
Sorry, I kept looking at Lance because Lance is like on the different part of my screen. And I'm just like, I was like, Lance has definitely been here a few times.
Definitely been around the block.
Yeah, well, I don't know if any of you guys have seen any of my other stuff, but this is just a pretty casual conversation about our experiences and what we thought about the event, and basically just any whatever we want to talk about. So, Dreamstate Harbor. Anybody want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Let me tell you, like that location, I really, really, really like enjoy that location. Like. Even like, cause like we stayed at the Hilton nearby, and like the first day, like we walked, it wasn't bad. It was like a 25-minute walk. Then the second day, we were walking, and like the shuttle bus driver comes on. He's like, "I got you." And he's like, he just dropped off us right there, and I'm like, "Son of a bitch." You know, like we could have gotten this the first day, but.
That's sick.
Yeah, but like
now we know.
Wait, was
it's really nice because it's open. It's very airy. Like even if it's a sea breeze, like and like the location.
Salty air.
Was it a free bus?
Yeah, it's a hotel shuttle, so it's free.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
It was nice.
But he shuttled you to the venue?
Yeah, to the venue.
What?
Not back though.
Yeah, because like they cut off at like 10 or so. So.
Oh,
but still like a one-way walk. I mean, it's not too bad. Like,
yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many hotels were in that area?
It's like 5, I think.
Yeah.
5?
Yeah, the house is probably like the expensive one.
Yeah, we were looking at hotels.
There was a Crown Plaza. I think that was the closer one, but was it Hilton Garden?
It was DoubleTree.
Oh, it was a DoubleTree.
Yeah.
That's still cool. Because we were thinking of doing that, and we were just like, fuck this walk if we had to do it. So.
Yeah.
It really wasn't bad. Like, especially if like, you have like a crew and you can just like chitter chatter as you like walk. Be there in no time.
Yeah, I think we were planning on getting a hotel, but unfortunately one of our homies caught the Rona, so I think we decided not to get it, right? Is that what happened?
Yeah. I mean, we were contemplating it, but yeah.
Yeah.
We actually went back to get it, and then it was sold out already. Like after we had like waited a couple days.
Yeah, how long did it take you to book your hotel, Ray? I mean, did you book it far in advance? Because that's actually good to know.
That's a good question. I think I booked it at least like a few months ago.
Oh, okay. So that's
yeah.
Good.
Ever since like I found out about it, like I was pretty stoked. I was like Harbor and like Dreamstate, I am down.
So are we.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, I think we ended up driving because I ended Mark and I, we ended up going over to Lance's house, and then we were planning on just cabbing back, but luckily Jonathan was there to save us.
Yay.
Yeah.
It
And
was
how,
not stupid an Uber. It was thank you, Jonathan.
yeah.
Of course. I was gonna drive back home, but
So how was the drive? You know, how was driving Mr. and Mrs. Daisies over here?
it was pretty good. I mean, it's like 30-minute back to Inglewood. It's
Yeah.
not too bad, and I love driving, so it doesn't make any difference to me, right?
Plus your car is like a spaceship, so it's like it's so comfortable. So
Yep.
It is. It was nice. It was nice. It was
super.
Thank you for that.
I hope and there was no traffic, so I hope it stays that way.
For now.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much free parking there too. Like the parking situation they had kind of unlocked. Like if you did decide to drive, it was pretty convenient. We were in and out of the parking lot within like a minute, you know?
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know. I feel like at the NOS Event Center, sometimes you're like, how the fuck am I going to get out of here?
I mean, where would you even park in the NOS?
I parked at the NOS before. They have parking like on the same side as like the ticketing entrance. Like it's just like, but you have to arrive a little bit earlier.
But it's not for free, right? It's a costly.
No, it's like $20.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have that green lot, which is free at NOS usually.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where Anthony parked last time I rode with him. Yeah, that's true.
Totally.
Yeah, because usually whenever we go to NOS, it's always like street parking, which is free, but it's always a gamble.
Yeah. I haven't parked on the street at the NOS in like a long time, but I used to park in like the cut, like in front of somebody's house, like every time I went there for years. That's just what you kind of did, you know, and hopefully your car blended in and was hoopty enough.
Well, I remember after a while, the residents of San Bernardino ended up just like renting out their parking slot or parking space for it.
Yeah, they're making so much money.
Yeah,
but you know what though? Like to go back to the harbor real quick. The parking was cool because it was like a different like setup. Like I mean, at least the night the first night that you drove us home, Jonathan, I thought that was cool. Like we were parked next to the warehouse, so I mean on the backside, it's like in the water end, so it was like different.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was a different experience to have that, even if you park on the other end. But like, yeah, I didn't get that vibe when we left the second night, but maybe that was because it was the second night. But the first night I was like, where are we? We were like making jokes saying like, that's where the baby formula is.
There's like a giant ship to the right. Like when you're walking down the street, there's just a giant vessel in the water, and I was just like, "This is pretty dope." Like,
I felt like we were in the Crow.
Like,
I also just felt like a carnival, like a fair. Like I don't know, it gave that like cul-de-sac type vibe where I was like, "Oh, there's only 2 stages. There's some food trucks on the side. The lighting setup was dope. Like it just, I don't know. It brought me back to like old Dreamstate. Like the original Dreamstate was like a single stage. You got to see everybody on the lineup, and I felt like I saw most people on this Dreamstate lineup compared to the ones at the giant ass ones.
And you like miss a whole stage. I didn't even go to that stage.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about the stage that Blast Stories played on like 2, 3 years ago.
Yeah, I missed that first Dream State. I like bugged everybody to go, and then I was like the one who didn't show up.
Yeah, well, you know, obviously compared in size, the port of Los Angeles is smaller compared to the NOS. You know, I think the NOS has 4 stages, right? Two big tents, 1 mini one, and a indoor one. That one's actually I do like the indoor one. Was it 5 stages?
Last year was 4.
It was 4, right?
Yeah, it was 4 last year.
2 and 2.
Yeah. And you know, Harbor only has 2 stages.
The Aqua one was the one that looked like the one from where we would all see Grum at
on the side of the lake.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what the Aquaria stage looked like at Harbor. That was pretty dope. I like the sunset at that stage. That was like a whole vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing Nat Fax over the sunset on Sunday was like, that was so good. And Giuseppe Ottaviani on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was just like, wow, you guys chose really good people for sunset set.
Yeah, because like the Aquarius stage was the only one next to the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the Hydra is nowhere near the water. It's
No, it's kind of near the water.
It's near,
I mean,
you
can
just
see
don't
like
feel it.
container ships and stuff.
The restrooms.
Yeah, the bathrooms just
The restrooms miss
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, that was the biggest con. Like the fact that like you know, if you're in Hydra, you have to walk all the way across the stage and you're like then find a bathroom. Like that was rough.
Yo, what happened the first night? Did you guys notice if you go into the restroom and on the left side there was like all the spillage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
That was a con.
it was bad.
That was the water you guys were talking about, right? That you can see.
Yeah, that shit was gross. I was like, what? Yeah, that was
I mean,
bad.
it's not as gross as like the bathrooms at EDC this year, but
That's true.
like, honestly, like the
Eric had such a personal issue with these bathrooms.
I know,
bro. It's
I'm like, it's water, it's fine.
It's fucking gross, man. That's how you get Hep B. It's just I have a thing about pissing on the fucking seats, dude. Like if there's a toilet seat down, you lift it and you pee, or you pee in the urinal. I used to live with this guy. He just fucking pissed all over the toilet seat. I don't even know. I at first I thought he was just doing the fuck around, but I just think he's handicapped.
So
do you think it warrants like to get like GA plus or like VIP just to get like a quality of life improvement on that?
You know, I talked about this in the EDC review that I just posted earlier today about just like the bathrooms and how I kind of felt like Insomniac was, I wouldn't say pushing, but encouraging us to get GA plus. Because I don't know, I don't think there was GA plus for this event.
No.
So it was like
for GA plus.
So it was either VIP or GA.
Yeah.
And I did notice that there were VIP bathrooms at both stages.
Trailers, right?
These trailers, yeah. And
and those at Electric Forest in the VIP too. Those are like the Insomniac. Like, and it's all, they always have that trippy ass mirror inside. It's like a very interesting setup in there, but it is much nicer.
It is nice. Like I've
light in there.
I've gotten lucky and did VIP a few times at EDC, and those bathrooms are nice. Like in case you gotta, like take a shit or just wash your hands, with water and not soap.
Dude, look in the mirror and get your life together. I feel like that is something at EDC I have to do at least once throughout this 8 to 10 hour experience, Like, can I just put some some contact lens refreshers in just for a second and catch my breath before I go see Eric Prydz into Porter Robinson, it's just.
Obviously, the answer is no, you can't. Unless
I
you
did
pay
it this
for
year,
it.
though. No, I did it this year, and it's because our friend Cameron has that passport pass, and there's a passport lounge at EDC. It's beautiful. We had to check in like an actual hotel. You know, they have a check-in desk. It was it's so professional. It was so well done. There's private restrooms in there. They're big, they're massive, they're super clean. There's literally an attendant in there. I was like, this is crazy. And it's right in the center, and you have a 360 view of the entire speedway. It's it was so amazing.
Price difference.
Well, no, that's because he's a passport holder. He visits
he's a passport
every month.
Yeah.
So it's and I was like, fuck, I've been trying to get on that list forever. That would be the best, but I don't know. It seems so worth it just for that alone, for that one event,
But you would have to go to so many Insomniac events to get the passport.
But we do go to so many Insomniac events.
Really?
That, yeah. It got so popular that it was like a lottery, and you just so happened to be chosen. Cameron just so happened to be chosen, It's like such a thing. I don't think they're ever gonna do it again because they like don't make any money off of passport holders. Like they're making money off of last minute ticket buyers, you know.
Well, I mean, they do have to pay for like EDC and stuff, but it's like change.
Yeah, you can also wait until the last minute. Like there's designated tickets for EDC. So like Cameron, like he doesn't have to pay for EDC until probably like, you know, April or May of 2023 to go that year.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, instead of doing a whole year payment plan.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, maybe the bathrooms would be worth it, but I think even though at Dreamstate Harbor, there was only one set of GA bathrooms, it still wasn't too bad because I never felt like I had to fight for my life trying to get in and out of the bathroom area, which is great compared to EDC, but you know, EDC is a massive event. And generally the bathrooms are pretty clean at Dreamstate Harbor, besides the Nile River that was going through the first day.
The left side.
And they fixed it on Sunday, right? I didn't see a river on Sunday. So
yeah, that's one thing like I really like about Insomniac. They really like fix these like detrimental issues overnight. Even like Dreamstate, like the under the dome, like the sound was off, and then they come back the next day, boom, sounds good. Like it's popping.
Well, the harbor wind probably fucked some of that up, right? Because the first day was first day was definitely we entered a wind state.
I mean, that's your same qualm from EDC too. Just
dude, it just I don't personally. I didn't think it was that bad. The wind compared to EDC's wind.
No comparison.
Lance was right though. I think the air did make my skin feel stickier with the salt and all stuff.
Yeah, I did not like that. On day one, it was just a lot to like get through. I felt like I was just having one of those off rave days where I was just like, why is everything so uncomfortable? Like, I was like, okay, it's salty air. It is actually cold because we're at the water. Like, and it was like, Mark and I were like, oh, should we buy sweatshirts? It's probably gonna get colder. And then there was nobody in line. And then we go buy a sweatshirt. And then like an hour later, it got dark. And we saw Giuseppe, and I think after we counted Giuseppe at like 7:30, it was like, or 8 o'clock, it was like the line for merch was so like gone. And then by the end of the night, I checked back again, and even the sweatshirts that were the display sweatshirts were like gone. Like everything was gone because it was that cold, you know? Yeah. So I think it was just like first time at this venue. It was a lot to take in, but then when I went back on Sunday, it was like a complete 180. Like I had so much fun. Venue-wise, I felt it was great. I also wore a onesie, and I felt much more prepared, and it was very comfortable. So like, I don't know, it was a great experience.
Yeah,
I would go back there for sure.
Yeah. Also, I would say I think the sweatshirts this year are so much better than last year's sweatshirts. Like I was fucking freezing ass, and I had to buy one of those sweatshirts. It was cool to finally have a Dreamstate sweatshirt, but like this year's are much better.
The merch is like this is like even better than normal Dreamstate merch to me. Like Dreamstate Harbor merch this year was like the shit. Like
yeah, that's one thing I want to point out. I mean, I didn't end up just getting a long sleeve, but like that merch was pretty out there. They did designs. I don't know who they called in, but it was fire.
Yeah. Did you guys
wasn't the same person who made the flyer for November?
Oh my god, the fucking 16-bit fucking
pixel shit.
Everybody was clowning the new flyer.
Yeah.
It's like you're supposed to be able, it's supposed to decipher it and to see something, and I'm just like, this is not.
I thought it was a 3D thing. I was like, this. Just kidding.
Hey man, like maybe that person accidentally saved it as a wrong format. I've done that with videos sometimes where I'm just like, fuck, I sent the wrong format in.
I know I saw someone posted on Facebook from San Diego and was like, is this supposed to look like the Stranger Things season 4 bad guy? Because it looks like shit.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I was like laughing so hard when I saw that. I was like, oh, okay.
Damn. Fucking people online are vicious, man. Did you guys see something like on the second day where the merch stand said something about like wear now, pay later.
Oh yeah, they do that type of thing now.
What so is it like what is it, Jonathan?
It feels like a monthly type of term. You pay per month. It's basically like I forgot what's the company
Confirm
called.
and stuff, right?
Yeah, they've been
it's
doing
like
it lately.
what they have on PayPal. Like
Yeah.
when you normally
It's
go
just
buy.
pay over time.
Yeah,
So
which is dope.
It's a layaway for
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
We're in the center.
Dude, they know they're freezing, man. They probably made so much money off this merch. Like these people about to be freezing their ass off for like sweaters.
There were two things that we said, Lance, that we when we were there, like Dreamstate's always gonna be cold.
Oh my god, yeah, it doesn't matter what fucking season it is, summer or winter, November or June. But yeah, it's still cold. Like,
It's
what?
cold. The second day we got out of the car and everyone's like, "Did you guys bring your jackets?" I'm like, yes.
Yeah, but, you know.
No.
But the win aside, I do like the harbor compared to the
Mile
NOS.
Center.
It's just it's closer to home,
Closer to home.
less likely to get robbed.
Yeah.
I mean, there are things I miss about the NOS where I do miss that big festival feel because Harbor didn't have all the performers or the alley of lights. It just had a couple of rest areas which had some of the Dreamstate like canopies. I miss, was it what fire truck pizza? I mean, that pizza was good.
Better than your
totally get what you
California
mean.
pizza.
There was actually no pizza this year at Harbor. It was
They had really good options though. They had like Korean food or something.
They
Korean barbecue there.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, it's pretty posh,
They had a vegan truck.
They did have a vegan truck, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
they had a vegan truck, sick.
And
Yeah.
the food stand.
And
But going back to what you're saying, Eric, too, about like it being kind of sparse with decoration, I feel like that center, like seating area with the picnics, they could have done like so much more in that back area. It was just
They
like
didn't do
cool.
it.
They're just like, here's the harbor, but like it reminded me a little bit of a Factory 93 event because I feel like their Factory 93 events are very minimal. Like they try to keep it pretty like we're here for the music. Like it's just a different feel versus like Dreamstate, I feel like is more Wonderlandy, kind of like Beyond or Nocturnal. Like they try to have that vibe a lot more. So I was a little underwhelmed by the light display, but honestly, the vibes at Dreamstate, any Dreamstate are so great that I didn't even care too much about that type of stuff the same way I would at larger Dreamstate.
I did talk to someone who works the event, and they were saying that they're limited on space, which is why they couldn't have more than one section of bathrooms. And I was just thinking about like the production of lights. The majority of the lights were the majority of the lights were away from the bay, right? Away from the body of waters. And I was thinking of like, why weren't they set the lights where the other rest area was? But then I was just thinking like how we are close to the water and there are ships coming in. And sometimes maybe these ships might mistaken the crazy flashing fucking lights as the lighthouse,
Makes sense.
Because we've all been there, right?
I'll allow it.
Yeah, but we're capped at midnight though, so
yeah.
And like
I don't work for Insomniac. I'm just using logic here, man.
But I do wish like they could have had like a small piece of bathroom, where like that arch was, like somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
I agree.
Like,
just
small,
porta potties around the edge would have been great.
just to like get some
Fine.
crowd out of that the other stage. Like
I mean, just put the fence down. Let's go pee off the harbor.
Oh my god.
like
One
I'm
day,
surprised
that's all.
like even like the Winter Dreamstate, like even for dudes, they just have like a line of urinals. Like that's fine too. Like it would have really like expedited some of the
they could do what they did at Cross.
I was thinking the same thing, Mark. Were you guys at Cross too, where it's like they had these like ring around the rosy ass urinals?
No.
Where that you literally, it was like 3 people and it was like a triple. So, but you're
Like a
all facing
tower?
each other. Yeah.
And
It's
then
like
like
it's like a
there's
P
1,
tower.
2, 3, 4, and you can like
But
look
you
at
have
each
your
other.
privacy doors though, or
Yeah,
No.
there's like
Okay.
there are privacy doors, but
Privacy
but it's like,
slants.
it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
slant. It's like very small. So it just
Okay.
feels like everybody's like showing each other their junk in this circle.
It's a circle of trust, you know. It's just like
It is
But
exactly.
everyone's like
That's what I
laughing and
said.
bonding. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, are you fucked up? Yeah. Or
Well,
what did you say? I think we should be holding hands.
Yeah, I literally, could you like step on this platform? And I was like, I feel like we should be holding hands. Like this is, and everybody around it, everybody was dying. It was also, they were so close in proximity to each other. That
it's
it was
like you
just
guys are doing the
like,
ritual. It's like
It was
Well,
when
no.
we were going into the area, we were fucked up, and this guy was walking out going like, "Dude, this is the future, and I don't like it." Like we were just like, "What are you talking about?" And then we walk in, and we're like, "Oh shit!"
I mean, I wasn't to quote Barney from How I Met Your Mother. You never cross eyes during a devil's hangover. Right. It's man, but you know, but like I don't work for Insomniac, so I don't know. I can't pull a quote from anybody.
conjecture.
So it does make sense why they don't have like urinals back there, because if you had like spaces where you can go hide, you know, people are definitely gonna be fucking back there by the water. People are crazy. Or you get some drunk ass person trying to take a piss off the water and you fall into the water.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
not letting us anywhere near that water.
No, they
I
were
mean,
not.
they had
they were not.
barriers. They had caging across the
I
perimeter.
mean, the cages don't stop anybody. Dude, I just saw this video where like this guy and girl climbed the top of like some fence and started fucking. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
People are crazy, dude. People are crazy.
Desperation. I love it.
Why people crazy? But
But you're right though about one thing about like the you said walking home you don't feel like you're gonna get robbed. Like I was thinking about that when we were leaving, because I was like, man, this is like a really safe, chill. Like there's not a lot of cars, there's nobody running around.
You're at the port. We were the only people there. Like that whole, for 2 whole days in the evening on the weekend. Like that place is dead after like I don't know. Like other than warehouse workers.
Yeah, and then like getting to your parking lot with like normal staff, it wasn't like the Nas crackhead staff. You're like, oh, it's like you're $20, so then I go get something.
well, they're you know, even when leaving, there were still staff there helping us get out of the parking lot, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad they started doing that at events now, because you know, like there's no plur in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Everybody's just trying to go.
You know
That's
what
right.
made the event credible for me? Like when we were walking in on like Sunday, we saw the Jesus people.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Ground
Yeah.
Control was like, "You're here for Dreamstate. You're not here because you sinned." It's like,
I love that they had somebody out there with like to greet
With a
us,
megaphone,
to
yeah.
intercept.
Yeah.
You know, that's real allyship right there.
Yeah.
That's like, you know.
I don't think I've ever seen that anywhere else. Is that what you're saying? Is that what made Dreamstate? Because Ground Control was there to like fire away back? Like
Yeah, like
Well,
I don't see
they're
that
like,
in
you know,
an
like
abortion.
help
I don't see
you.
that in an abortion clinic, right? I don't see anybody standing outside the abortion clinic like, "Yo, we're about to walk you inside right now." Like, fuck these people, you know.
Yeah.
Like, not to take it there, but you know what I mean.
No, but that, I mean, what I also meant was like we've seen them at other events, but like for instance, those folks are at Crossed, but there's no Ground Control. Like,
Yeah.
so I think you're right. That's what makes the dream state. That's why I totally get it. That is true.
Yeah, that also made me like more, you know, fall in love with the event more. Like, you know, like I was talking to Ground Control and like she was saying, "Oh, because we didn't sell out the event, like we're not, you know, speculative if we would have another one." That too is also why like I was on the merch train. I was like, I gotta get some merch because I don't know if we're gonna get this back. I would love it. Like,
I mean, honestly, dude, it was bad timing because they had somebody said Excision was in LA.
yeah,
Yeah,
And
in California on Saturday.
Jamie Jones had Paradiso at Pershing Square again.
And it was Pride weekend. Christina Aguilera was on Saturday at the LA Historic Park. Like what? And Paris Hilton. Like
Yeah, so it was just
Real trans people. Real trans, yeah.
yeah. I also just think it's summer in LA, right? Like any day, any like weekend in June through August is going to be stacked, you know, whether it's one of their events that they're competing against. Because I don't even know if the Excision one was one of theirs. It sounds like it was, you know, like that sounds like it would be an Insomniac event.
I believe so, yeah.
I asked this to our group, but like let me ask y'all, like, do you think if because that was supposed to be the original day trip, right? And like the trans folks, I feel like make it work no matter what. Like I was telling Lance, like I feel like if this was day trip people, they'd be like, "It's too cold here. It's not fun." Like I was wondering if like they would react the same way or just go with it.
It would probably go with it, dude. Like I've seen after I saw what these like half naked dudes and chicks were doing for EDC during WinDC, it was people are willing to go through great lengths to look good for the gram. So yeah, they would do it. I mean,
it wasn't that cold.
It's always form over function.
Yeah, it wasn't that cold, you know.
It wasn't.
Bro, like
I
it was
half naked too.
fuck it, yeah. It was like at EDC, dude. I saw like girls like they're literally wearing a fucking furry boots, which is probably the warmest thing they got, a thong and pasties, like huddled in the corner, like it was they're like a fucking a Sarah McLachlan commercial, man. It was. I mean, I felt bad for him, but
it was a trans commercial. Just kidding.
Yeah.
You guys see the Pikachu squad?
Yeah,
I did. They were pretty deep on something.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah. I did see yeah, I saw them the majority at the Hydra. So I think I saw them during like the I think David Russ.
Yeah,
obviously you would
too.
Yeah, right. You would see the Pikachu squad during like the hardcore kind of trance set, right? But
yeah. I saw that. That's the Pikachu group. I saw them sitting down at that nice like covered area. That was cool. I forgot about that. Like that little like chill spot that you could actually lay down on, like fake grass.
The grass was warm.
Grass was warm.
Yeah, the grass was warm. Like it retained heat from somewhere.
It's pretty dope. It's tarmac now, so I probably just turned it over.
Yeah, it was that area was actually pretty nice. You know, like whenever I was there, I was able to hear both stages. If I were to go, you know, to the far right, I could hear the Aquaria, and in the far left would be the Hydra. And you know, if you wanted some feel good trance music, you go to the Aquaria, and you want some like crazy psychedelic or tech sci whatever crazy Euro boys, you go versus the Hydra. Which what stage do you guys like the most, the Hydra or the Aquaria?
Saturday I liked Aquaria. Is Aquaria the more melodic one?
Yeah.
So Saturday Aquaria and Sunday Hydra. That's how I'll put it.
I think it was about the same. I just think they were different enough where, because I felt like the Aquaria stage was smaller than the Hydra stage. Like you could stand on that hill and just see the whole Hydra, and I just felt like that crowd was much bigger most of the time, which is dope, you know. And then the classic trance stage is what I referred to it as pretty much the whole weekend. But it's like that was the Aquaria, and it just seemed a little bit more like hole in the wall. But there was so much space on the far right that you couldn't even tell was there until you walked around, and you're like, oh, like, it's actually like big, you know.
Yeah.
But I liked them both, but I just feel like I needed both types of music to make it a dream state, you know, without having an indoor like Domus building or something like what we have at normal dream state. It was just like I felt like I got my fill of a variety of different types of music, and it was less so about like the stage. But there was little sound bleeds. So
there was no classic though. Like like in November. Like there was nobody doing old stuff like Darude or.
Yeah. No, but I mean, Mark Sherry played. Mark Sherry's pretty classic,
yeah.
right?
I didn't see Mark Sherry.
But like he actually was posting on his Facebook because he was just like, I guess he hasn't played in a while or hasn't toured in a while, and like now he's touring, and he's just like, I don't know, he just seems so happy, and like he's like, I love Dreamstate, the vibes are always amazing. He's like, I feel like people wouldn't still enjoy my music, but clearly like these fucking Southern California people. Like,
I know. Whip it out, bro. We love it.
The Scots, man. The Scots really know how to throw down. Like,
yeah. I mean, because Jonathan, the majority, your crew spent the majority of their time at the Euphoria stage, right? Euphoria stage.
Euphoria. Aqua.
Yeah, Aqua.
Hydra. Oh, the Aqua.
Aquarius.
Aquarius? We're messing up. I think so, because Mitzi, Gabby was staring at Aquarius the whole time. I think me and you were staring at the Hydra most of the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we were just dancing to mostly to psytrance, and that's mostly what we like, versus like the melodic type of music.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, actually, it was your
That's my first time.
First time seeing psytrance, right?
That was my first time being at Dreamstate.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, my bubbles.
Well, okay. Well, what you think of the music at Dreamstate compared to like say EDC or I don't know, Day Trip?
It feels the same to me. Like the vibe is great. The Hydra stage with Chromata, she was pretty good when I saw her at EDC. So it's like, isn't that the difference? It's like psytrance, like based like techno, and what is it? Real trance is basically like, what is it? Progressive house? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that. But I mean, the first time being there is pretty great. I thought the stage would be better, but the vibe is always great. Then, yeah. I can't really explain it, but the first day, it was pretty off for me because nobody didn't dance. I didn't see no one being happy. That's just my experience. But the second day was so amazing, right?
Yeah, the lineup. I think the lineup definitely was better the second day. I do agree that the first day, I think people were more pissed off. I know when we went to see Asterix, honestly the best line was like when I was educating Jonathan about Asterix because he's never seen it before live, and then I was like, yeah, I usually put him on whenever I work out, and he turns around and goes, "You work out?" I was like, oh. I was like,
the second time, right?
What last like critical damage.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Super effective.
Emotional damage.
But to commit a hate crime.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I as a classic trans person, I feel like Saturday was like heaven lineup. Like, I mean, like Christina Novelli, Craig Connolly, Giuseppe Ottaviani, Sean Tyus, John O'Callaghan, and Sandra Van Doren and Marcus Schultz. Not even like we went to go see Elon Blue, or no, we went to go see Infected Mushrooms, which is also classic too.
Yeah,
you know, it just felt like a very like old school type day, which I was like here for, but at the same time, I just like I agree, Jonathan, like the vibes were a little off to me the first day, but then like going back on Sunday, I felt like the music was just like, it was really good. I wouldn't call it better. It was just like really good, you know?
I think a lot of people were just thirsty for another festival and they just bought Dreamstate tickets because, you know, like the EDC withdrawal is real. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe people decided to roll on fucking Sunday. I don't know. Maybe people wanted to drink more. Right? Let's not beat around the bush here. But I was sober because I had to work. But I mean, I don't know. They like. I think I only experience not so plur people when I was in the middle of the dance floor of the Hydra. Or just in the middle of any kind of dance floor. Like, you know, on Sunday, those boys just kept fucking elbowing the shit out of me, man. And I was like, oh.
That's why I can't do it like to the gates. Like, and it's even worse at Ultra, where like people are even more compressed in a smaller area. It's like
I didn't even go into the middle of the crowd at the Hydra. I was like on the right or in the back behind the sound booth, or I was like in that little cut front left area, like past the bathrooms. There was just like a nice little pod there. I don't know.
Dude, I know, like it's just like in the Hydra, I think maybe because the music was so aggressive, I just felt like I was getting pushed everywhere. And when you're sober, you feel it more. You feel when people has their hand on your back. I'm also trying to guard my wallet, you know, and you feel it when people run. They like, sometimes people don't even say excuse me. They just walk right through you. Like there's a couple of times where like you get like this big ass guy with his tiny ass girlfriend. They're just bearing right through you, man. I know, like when I was dancing, I actually had to like, I moved like behind, because I was behind Gabby, and I moved behind Jonathan because this girl kept pushing me. So I was like, all right, I don't want to like actually keep bumping into Gabby. So I just kept bumping into Jonathan.
Damn it.
I was like, this is sexual harassment. All right, Jonathan, you're about to get it.
No way.
But
you get it back.
But it's just people were just pushing, man. And it was fucking, we're just like, it's like, damn, dude, why?
You know why? It's because we're by the gate. I mean, the fence. And that's where usually people just push through, right?
I mean, I don't think it's not just there. I mean, like even in the middle, people push through there too. But sometimes people will go there, set up tent, and then just like forcibly open up a circle. That happens too. That's why after a while I was like, you know what, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. So I left. And that was during Asterix set, and that was right before he started like going in with the Goa stuff, which was whatever. Well, I wanted to go see Shantae's anyway, so it worked out.
Yeah, Shantae's was great. Like that was my first time seeing Shantae's, and I loved it.
What?
Yeah, like I've been listening to him since like, you know, like 14, 15 years ago now. Like that was the first time I actually seen him live.
That's crazy. But that was kind of funny. And then I was also laughing because Lance's first time really seeing him, and Lance was like, ooh, that's what he looks like.
Yeah, I was like, Shantae's is like a daddy, not gonna lie. Like he's a fucking hottie.
Well, I mean, you were saying that about all the European daddies.
I mean, that's kind of true. Giuseppe Ottaviani is also a crazy daddy. But just those two. Matt Baxter's also really hot too. There's actually, there was a lot. But it's just nice to see people taking care of themselves.
Fucking slaying groupies, man. But you know, all in all, like the music, I think the music there was good, amazing. It was amazing. The different amount of trance they had at this small harbor event was fantastic. You know, we saw psytrance, we saw tech trance, we saw uplifting, we saw hardcore a little bit from Russ, some like hardstyle as well. So it was nice, you know. We got a little bit of everything.
I did enjoy Sunday a bit more though. Like for me, like Sunday was almost like a very spiritual experience. Like in like the Will Atkinson set, like I was stepping out, like I was in the back, I was like chilling a bit, and this one dude rolls up, he takes his like sweater off, and he has the Will Atkinson Ruined My Life shirt on.
Oh, I saw that.
Like, that is so sick. Then like he sits down on the floor, does a prayer to facing the stage to Will Atkinson, gets up and just breaks dance. Like he just like starts throwing down like nobody's business. And I was like, that memory is just like so stuck in my head. And I was just like, it's so profound.
Damn.
I love that.
You sharing it, I can feel it.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad.
It is.
I didn't get anything spiritual like that, but I saw some spiritual ass people like rolling hard on Saturday.
Yeah, homie in the orange.
Dude in the orange
like,
shirt.
Killing it. Yeah. But it was like in a good way. Like you could tell like they were like having a really, really good time, and just like releasing that level of energy is like, I was like, yeah, I love that you feel safe enough to do that here, you know.
People are smacking there, right? Will Atkinson said, dude, like I haven't seen these DJs in so long. Like Mark Sherry, Will Atkinson, David Forbes. Like I haven't seen those guys on a fucking lineup since like EDC 2012 or something, you know, when it was just like a mad trance lineup.
That's what Dreamstate's for, though. Like that's at least to me. Like I feel like we've been in the game for a long time. We've seen most people at this point a few times over at this point, you know. So like, there's some artists that I just feel like Tale of Us. We saw Tale of Us to EDC. Like that is something that I'm like, wow, Ben Bomer live, you know? Like those are those like moments where I'm like, wow, like it is so nice to experience things that we don't normally get to see on a lineup, especially living in California or Southern California, where like, you know, we just get spoiled with music year round all the time, you know?
You know, Marcus's set at Harbor was fucking good, man. Like, it was a sight to see Jose, who's just discovered Marcus, just getting his fucking mind blown by him.
Oh, that's right. He did mention that.
Yeah.
I feel like if Dreamstate was cheaper, more people would have went. You know, Dreamstate was like $180. You know, it was like $90 each day for
Harbor.
For Harbor.
It was.
For the last, I think the last tier 3, tier 4.
Really?
It was $90 each day. And I was like, that seems pretty expensive for this two-stage event. But like, you know, I'm still gonna go, like take my money. But I just feel like if it was $120, then a lot more people would have been like, oh yeah, I'll buy a single day ticket for $60, you know? Like that sounds normal, you know.
I think for us veterans who know these DJs, it was worth the price, right? But I guess for a beginner, the barrier of entry was just too high.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna spend $180 for trance music if I'm not into trance and I don't know any of these DJs, unless all my homies are going.
And not all your homies go to Dream, like, well, your homies do, but you know, in general.
Oh, you're the homie. You guys are the homies. Exactly. Like, I would never go to like a dubstep show unless like I'm like screwing someone, but you know what I mean. But that's.
I can't do more than an hour.
I got to bow out.
He's capped.
Going to the Vera Illusion show.
Nice.
It's free if you come in before 11. Just FYI.
Wait, where is it?
Oh,
at the Exchange.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's sick. We were just talking about the Exchange, David.
Yeah.
See, I do not like Exchange LA because the security is like so mean. But
I
dude, David Guetta, when he brought it up, it just made me think of that fucking pandemic thing.
Oh my god!
Shout out to his fans.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I was like, that's why you saw me holding it in. I was just like, Jesus.
Oh, that was so random. David Guetta, wasn't that like? Where was that?
I don't know. I think he was on a rooftop in New York.
Like a rooftop, yeah.
Shout out to his fans.
What happened?
It was like during the pandemic. He like did a music video or just like a recording.
No, he did it. Like... It was because of George Floyd.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
He's like, rest in peace. Shout out to his...
It's terrible.
That's so bad.
Oh, the worst. That's why when he mentioned David Guetta, I was like, no, don't. I'm gonna lose it.
European allyship.
Hey, he knows his fans, right? So who you guys think was like your favorite set at Dreamstate?
Can we choose one for each stage?
Yeah, you can choose 3. Choose 3.
3. Well, Giuseppe was great. I feel like he was good. Could have been better, but it was like he redeemed himself from the Dreamstate that we saw him at before. So I felt very good about it. I also just like I love Giuseppe Ottaviani with Die Hard forever. Favorite current trance artist in the game right now, just because he's like he's such a musician with his craft. But anyway, Matt Fax was really good on Sunday. I think that that set was just like, I heard some songs I really wanted to hear. He gave me what I needed. I feel like Paul Van Dyke's set was also really good, but I'm probably gonna say, instead of Paul Van Dyke, I'll probably choose one of the people from the other stage and say like Alchemist was a new find that I'd never heard of him / them.
Pretty good. Mm-hmm.
They were really good. I was like, y'all are playing during the day, but
we saw Alchemist together last year at EDC.
We did?
Yeah, remember they played the
I was in EDC last year.
No, not EDC, Dreamstate. He played the remix of Cranberries, the Cranberries song. Ralph was there, Anthony was there.
Zombie? Probably.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe I just didn't know who it was.
I'm pretty sure you were there.
Probably. Maybe I just didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
But I just felt like it was just like, it was a great way to start the event, you know? Because I think that was the first artist we saw. Oh my God, Christina Novelli with the fucking bass guitarist on stage. That was sick as fuck.
Oh yeah, so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, guys.
Mine was Gio he's one, but not like it's not the same reason as Lance, but for me specifically, he played that old ass song at the end. The Gigi D'Agostino track. That shit was sick. I'll Fly With You. That was cool.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
That was sick. And then I think I'll go with O'Callahan. Specifically because because he played Take This and no one else did all weekend, and that was really cool.
But he didn't play Biggest Sky, so Eric was disappointed.
What's the one? Which one?
He didn't play Biggest Sky. No, it's
Big
called
Sky.
Biggest Sky.
It's called Big
Oh,
Sky.
yeah. He didn't? Is that what you're saying?
He didn't play.
No,
No,
he didn't.
I know that
But
was kind of weird.
He played it at EDC though. I'm pretty sure he played EDC.
And he didn't play Find Yourself, right?
No, he
No,
didn't
because
play
Brian
Find
Kearney played it.
Oh, he did? I didn't.
Yeah,
did you
Brian
remember?
Kearney played it.
forgot about
Also,
Brian Kearney.
Paul Van Dyke played his remix of Giuseppe's song Good Enough. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
It was
so he
really,
played it,
really
yeah.
good.
I mean,
And then
they probably like all get in cahoots, but hey, I'm gonna play this song, so don't play it.
Yeah. I'll say third would be, I think it's Marcus. Third would be Marcus. So those are my three. Yeah.
What about you, Jonathan?
Shit, I don't know. I'm still new to the game. But I think Aztec is my best because, you know, I love my tribal side house. TranceFamilies. David Rush is pretty good too.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think I just love more like the heavy type of deep music. That's why I always travel towards them. But Paul Van Dyke was pretty good too. I think that was my third one. That was good.
Like my three favorites of that weekend was like Brian Kearney, Marcus Schultz, and Elon Bluestone. And you know, Brian Kearney and Marcus for sure was just like fucking 100% go. You're just fucking going, dude. And Elon, surprisingly, he opened pretty dark. A pretty dark opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting something more euphoric. But he, for first like what, 3 to 4 songs, it was kind of it was like, it was dark. Yeah, I was like, oh, all right. it was good. It was good. And then obviously, you know, he ended the last like 30 minutes of the set with like, you know, the Ajuna hits of, you know, Sun Moon. You and Me, I think. I don't know what the name of the song, I kept forgetting. And
who played Prids? Oh, that was Matt Fax.
Matt Fax. Facts, yeah, I was there for that. I was happy catching some of that. But you know, it just those three artists, like obviously on even on Sunday, the whole Hydra stage is so fucking good, dude. Mark Sherry, Will Atkinson, they were just going in.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna look for those sets, but you know what, like. But
Yeah,
that's why Marcus was sick. Marcus was sick because I felt until like he started with like a little bit of a trance thing, and then he went hard for like maybe 30 minutes, and then he played like some trance again, and I was like, oh, I was like gone. I was already tired after that because I was just like, man, you gave up. Like, keep going.
Well, I mean, compared to like the other people playing on the stage, he went really hard.
He did.
Like,
you're right.
Like there were just way more drums, more hi-hats, more sirens. It was just obviously
so loud.
I've studied Marcus for a while, so like yeah, it was really good. I also think that the limited time that each DJ had was like they all played like an hour, right?
Exactly. I was gonna say the same exact thing.
I kind of wish that they had an hour and a half so they can go explore more of what they want to do, but I think maybe because it wasn't their show or we didn't go there just to see them, and it's actually like kind of like quote unquote a festival, they just played what people wanted to hear.
It is kind of true because I remember on Saturday, I'm always remembering each DJ's pretty slow for the 30 minutes, but reaching the midpoint, it just progressive getting better.
Yeah.
And I saw that a lot throughout the days.
Yeah.
It created this up and down feeling when we were watching.
Yeah.
Like, you know, unless the next person just like started off like Elon, I feel like whoever we saw before Elon was good. And then going into Elon, it was like, okay, this is also hard. So like just we're keeping the momentum going. But I also feel like that's the difference between playing during the day versus playing when the sun goes down, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like this, like the BPM has to be a certain level when the sun goes down for the most part at an event like that. Otherwise people will go to the other stage. That's just myself included.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I'm trying to think about it.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, they do it again.
I hope they do it again too. Like I
hope they do it again too. It was good. I don't like this Dreamstate compared to like SoCal. I like the fact that it didn't have all that fancy festival production. It was just there. It was music. That's it. You're just there for the music.
True.
You're not there to fucking wait in line for an hour to ride a fucking Ferris wheel. They could do it at a state fair that's going on right now. You know, it's or like you're not there to go to a mirror house. You're just there, just to your attention is just for the DJs and these DJs I never fucking see these guys. You know, like I don't think half of these DJs were on the Dreamstate. I mean, not Dreamstate. EDC lineup. So it was nice that it was minimal.
Yeah, there was like no dancers, no nothing.
Yeah. Just pretty bare bones. But that's what I mean. Why the price tag then? You know, like that's the part that trips me out is that like I've paid $190 or $180, whatever, to go to nocturnal for 2 days, you know, and I feel like you get all of that extra. So it gives me money grab vibes, which I'm not.
Wait, how much did we pay again?
180.
It's probably because of LA County. They probably have to pay a higher tax.
I mean, I'm sure wherever the money is going, I'm fine with it because it's a trans event and I want to support it and show that like we are out here, you know, like that's I have no issue spending it. It's just the idea of like, I'm curious of, whether it's taxes and the location because we're on the harbor and the amount of like extra safety and protocols and licenses and all the other things you need, plus COVID on top of that, you know, and trying to recoup money. I totally get like why, but it'd be nice to be like, okay. I just felt like my money went towards the DJs and that's it. That's what I felt like, you know, which is fine because I got to see most of them on this lineup compared to when I go to a massive and I only get to see like 6, you know, so it's a trade-off.
Yeah, I know like this event they did have to hire real cops, which surprisingly the security was great. I think they mainly checked for weapons. I never felt like security was imposing or just trying to bust people for drugs. But I was sober, so I didn't really care. And I even saw a few cops like really just enjoying the show, which is great.
Yeah, especially at the Aquarius.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think maybe Insomniac just needed to make that fucking money back, right?
Yeah. I feel like they should have at least broken even. There was a lot of people there, you know.
How many people do you think there were?
Over 2 days?
500?
Nah.
No, more than 500.
1,000?
Yeah. I'd say it's probably gonna be like 2,500 each day. You know.
I can't imagine any more people than that though. Like it would have been too much.
Yeah.
I would say 1,500.
Yeah. There was a lot of extra space in the back, like where those picnic tables and stuff were. Like I never saw that space become like full of people, you know? Like I don't think we were near the capacity limit.
Think of how bad the bathrooms would be if it was like 2,000 people.
Oh, I have no doubt that like it could have been worse. I'm just saying like Insomniac is notorious for selling out an event like that and then having like we'll just deal with the shitty bathrooms for, you know, but that's not what happened.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know where the money went. Maybe I can find out, but you guys, so if this thing were to come back, any other suggestions you guys think would make this thing better besides bathrooms or production or anything else that we haven't covered?
Lockers.
Oh, they did have lockers, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have lockers, and I definitely think they have the space to set up like a locker area. So even if they only had like 100 of them, you know, it would be. I would buy one because it is warm during the daytime and it would be nice to put stuff away and then like just come back and get my jacket when I need it or buy merch in the daytime and not have to carry it the entire time, you know?
Earplugs.
I think earplugs.
Yeah, earplugs. It was loud. The Aquaria was loud.
It was, yeah.
It was a good loud. I think they did need more food venues because there wasn't a lot of options.
It's true. There was only, there were the trucks, but there
wasn't that great.
It wasn't like, I can't believe I spent fucking $17 for chicken tenders.
But how much would those chicken tenders have been if you went to the truck? I bet you they would have been.
They're all the same price because they have to have a uniform price or else a certain vendor will be gouging the
So one just had waffles and the other had fries. Is that what the difference was?
No, it's all gonna be the same price. You're probably selling all the same things, but it's probably all the same price.
No, I know, but like one was waffles and you had fries, right? Because I went to chicken waffles.
I went to the Nashville hot chicken one.
Yeah. So you went to the stand. Got it.
Yeah, like normally that's like what, $12 or even. No, normally that's like $10, right? But I paid $17. It was just I had to finish those fucking fries, dude.
I felt bad.
$17.
I honestly was like, when I saw those other fries that were left over at the nighttime, I was like, what the fuck?
That was $10, dude.
It was a full little, whatever you call those things.
Somebody just got the chicken and was like, I'm good.
Oh, dude, the chicken. I remember I was like, it was during fucking Craig Colony's set, and I was like trying to dance to eat the chicken. Fucking at first I hit I hit the dry spot, and like it was like fucking chewing powder, and then I was dancing at the same time, so it went down the wrong hole, and I was like I don't have COVID, it's just chicken.
God.
So bad.
That was fun. I mean, I had a really good time. I also think we went with a good group of people. Like, we didn't have too many people. We got to hang out with like new friends and people we hadn't really hung out with before. Like, we don't really do that often when we go to events, especially to a Dreamstate. Usually Dreamstate, we're rolling deep, like 20, 30 people. So
I mean,
this was nice to do kind of a chill, low key.
And those were Ray's friends that are going to Weekender, right? I'm like pointing like,
yeah. Those are his friends.
Yeah, they seem cool. I like them.
Yeah. I still need to get the Instagram for you guys.
Oh my God, I did see a lot of people yak at Dreamstate
on the first
Sunday, right? On Sunday.
Yeah, I was on both days. I was just like, yo, some people are first of all starting early and drinking heavily, but like on the last day during Marcus's set, it was pretty sad. This girl was just like on the right, just like on her knees, just like, she wasn't even like puking a lot, but she was like, when you're like super nauseous and you're like dry heaving, I could like see her like dry heaving, and I was just like, get it out, girl. Like,
oh yeah, like, I saw
it
out too.
She was just like, she was just spitting, like, and it was so gross. I was like,
that was happening in Marcus? That's crazy.
That
would have been like really not cool to see with if he was going really heavy on the music, like
Yeah. But I was gonna say though, like Mark, you I think you whispered to me, or you just said to me when we were at Dreamstate, I think we we're at the Hydra stage, and we saw like a couple kids, we call them kids, like passed by, like youngins, like 21, 22, 23, and you're like, it's just nice to see, like the kids are all right. And I'm like, yeah, the kids are all right, like they're having fun, they're enjoying the music. And it just reminds us of what we were doing at that age as well, because it's like, it's fucking sick. Like,
but more so, they're at a trance show. That's
what, like they're at a specific trance show. Yeah.
I was like, if they're 18 at a trance show, then fuck yeah, because that means like that is like you didn't go big room house. Like I was talking to like Mitchie, and Mitchie's like, yeah, it was big room house at the beginning, and I'm like, yeah, because that's like the 2012 era, right? Like Rehab. All that stuff. Tritonal went big room house, and
and then after that era it was dubstep, was Skrillex stuff. Yeah. So yeah,
I feel like if you've been listening to music since like trance music, Euro trance from LimeWire, and illegally downloading music, then like I feel like you were either a techno person. It was all techno then, right? But like I was definitely into Armin van Buuren and Armin van Helden and Swedish Eagle and like all this crazy Euro trance that I like. Monster Massive, which we got a flyer to, just awesome. It was such a blast from the past, because I was just like, wow, like I would be getting a flyer for a classic, I hope it's classic trance still, but I would be getting a flyer for this event, my first rave ever, walking out of a Dreamstate event. It was a very like full circle moment where I was just like, wow, like, okay, universe, like this is nice, just confirmation that like, you may have changed a lot, but your music taste has stayed pretty vigilant for the past 15 years.
So how long until you think Insomniac partners up with Life Alert?
You know what it would be? It would be a hearing aid, to be honest with you. Like I feel like that's gonna be the thing. Our generation is gonna be very hard of hearing. Like it's like it's funny, but it's like it's not funny. Like it's true,
Yeah. Well, so I'm just gonna end this recording, and then we can chit chat afterwards. Share some Patreon exclusive stories. No, I'm just kidding around. I'm gonna have fucking a Patreon set up. That's real. Actually, I actually do have a Patreon and an OnlyFans, which you actually can sub to it, but there's no content on the OnlyFans. OnlyFans.com/spicypanda is a real thing. I did it for the memes, but for Dreamstate, yeah, fuck you. But for Dreamstate Harbor, we have, I think, pretty much talked about everything we think of, and so I'm gonna say goodbye. And if you enjoyed our hour and a half conversation about Dreamstate, trans, and children puking, then please like and subscribe. It's you can hear all about our hood rat adventures.
And hit the bell. Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. Hit the bell. Hit the bell.
Oh.
But on that note, I'm recording. All right. Later, y'all.
Yeah.
Peace.